Hello, good morning. How are you? This is really uncomfortable for me. I was just thinking about maybe giving a little tour of my sunroom and of my garden outside if anybody's interested, because that's what I care about. And you should make content or art or videos or whatever you want about what you love. Otherwise, no one's going to care. And if people don't care about the stuff that you love, then that really doesn't matter, does it? Because you love it. So I'm just gonna make a stupid little gardening vlog video, and I hope that maybe somebody likes it. Maybe somebody learned something. I would really like if somebody learned something. So I'd really appreciate if you watched it. Alright, we're gonna do this as quickly as we can because nobody likes to hear people rambling. So here we go. This is my pothos. I've had it for a while. It hasn't always been happy, but I've recently figured out that it needs to be watered really often, and I took one of its vines that didn't have very many leaves on it, and I put it horizontally in this pot with this bamboo, and it's been sprouting roots, and it's been growing from here, so it's like a second plant basically, but it's still attached to the main plant. So it's definitely been a lot happier because it doesn't have a lot of soil in this tiny little container. And here's another part of it. There's some dead leaves on there, but I'm just gonna leave them because I don't want to go up there. This is a fiddle leaf fig. It's doing okay. A few leaves have fallen off, but it's not that bad, and there's some succulents at the bottom that this one is, I'm so sorry. It looks bad. Oh, look. My zebra hawthorn has decided that it likes it here, so I'm just gonna leave him right there. And then there's this guy who's kind of hanging over. And bamboo, like I said. I have a few succulents that I just, honestly, I don't like succulents, and I've kind of been neglecting them. This is an ogre ear. I'm so sorry. It's looking shriveled. This is a jade that's just kind of anemic and not happy because there's not enough sun in here because we need these to protect us from the scary neighbors. This one also is not doing too well, and I tried to sprout some stuff in here, but again, not enough sun, so I've been sprouting stuff outside. This is a clivia that my dad got for me. It's flowered twice since I've had it. I like to think that this quartz has had something to do with it, but I know that it has not. And then on the other side, we have my shoes. This heartleaf philodendron. I think it's a heartleaf. I mean, it looks like a heart. It used to be a lot longer and sad, but I cut it all up and then I put them all into this pot so it looks a lot fuller and a lot nicer, and it is much happier. I don't remember where I got this pothos, but it was another cutting, and it doesn't get very much light. It gets that in the living room, as you can tell, but I think that variegation is really pretty, so I don't really mind. And then there's a second one that I put in here that looks kind of silly, but whatever, I like it. And then I have another one, I'm walking on the couch, and then I have another one right here that is also really small and also a cutting from probably the one in the sunroom. I really don't remember. And it's grown some new leaves, and we'll see what happens with it. This is my AeroGarden that I got for Christmas. Right now it's just cherry tomatoes back here and a basil up here that I've been pruning so it looks like a bush. You can see my little tomato flowers. I got a lot of tomatoes off of this thing, so I'm sure I'll get more. And then it's got a bunch of crystals on it for, I don't know, decoration. It kind of looks like a jungle. And then all this disgusting crust is from the liquid plant food that you put in every 2 weeks. It gets gross, and you can't really clean this thing because you can't really take it apart or lift it up or anything. Oh, and you need to water it like every other day. So, but I like it. It definitely works. It definitely does what it says it does. Now we're outside, and I just want to show you a few little sprouts. I had a black-eyed Susan vine, or a Thunbergia is what it's called, which is my favorite plant of all time, and it died, but I got a lot of seeds from it. So I have this one in here, and I have this one right here. This is a cutting of a coleus. It's very loud out here. This is a cutting of a coleus that I got from my mom that died, but I'm bringing it back to life. And then I have my milkweed for the butterflies that recently seeded, and I planted all the seeds in here, so hopefully I will get more. This is a red Brandywine tomato that I have done nothing to. I didn't prune it. It's just in a bucket with no drainage, and there's like weeds in there, but I just was keeping this as a backup in case my other one died for some reason. But it's really cool because I can show you the difference between when you prune your plants and when you just let them go. So this is one that's just been let go. This is also a red Brandywine tomato, and they were germinated at the same time, but I pruned this one. You can see I cut it. There's a couple cuts. And it looks like multiple tomato plants, but it's just the one, and it's got, you know, a lower center of gravity. It's going to be a lot sturdier, it's going to have a lot more branches, and it's going to give you a lot more fruit, and it is being transplanted into this giant container. This is my watermelon plant. It's been flowering, but it's never given me any fruit, so that's kind of a bummer. This is one more tomato. It just showed up when I was germinating my brandywines. I don't know what it is. It's obviously not a brandywine. It doesn't have a potato leaf. I think it might be a cherry tomato, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks kind of weird because the roots are actually down here. They're touching the ground, and then I filled in the dirt all the way up. This is to keep the neighborhood cats from pooping in my box, by the way. I filled the dirt in all the way up so that the stems, same with my brandywine over there, so that the stems will grow. I mean, the roots will grow from the stems, and you'll get a really, really good root system and a really sturdy plant. So it looks weird right now, but it'll be good later. This is a row of flowers, and none of them are blooming right now. This was a lion's tail that pretty much died, so I pruned it back, and it's starting to grow back, and it looks really sad right now, but it has really pretty, like, orange stemmy looking flowers, fuzzy stemmy flowers. A jade that actually gets enough light. My foxglove that I grew from a seed that has split into 2 foxgloves has not flowered yet, but I'm looking forward to it. This is a Lisianthus that already flowered this season, and I deadheaded it, and instead of it dying and growing back from the base, it started to regrow, so maybe it'll give me more flowers, I don't know. And in here I have some bulbs from a trumpet lily that I got for Easter, and then I have some ranunculus in here that hasn't sprouted yet, so hopefully we'll have lots of flowers in a few months or so. So those are my plants. I don't know, I grow them and I like having them and they look pretty and all that. My name's Joy, nice to meet you. Okay, bye.